guys, we are so close to getting our seeds started. We got our grow tent and lights set up the other day. I've got to get the stuff ready for the seed starting mix, and I have to clean out my trays, and I'm waiting for a package of 6-packs that I just bought. I got the rest of my seeds that I ordered. This box is from Botanical Interest. I got these from a friend online, and I also got my Baker Creek order. So I am going to show you all of my seeds laid out and each variety that I'm going to be planting this year. I think I've got them all organized into piles. I've got flowers, tomatoes, cucumbers and squash, pumpkins, things like that. I've got a couple miscellaneous. I've got my herbs, my greens, which has like cauliflower and cabbage, and then I have peppers. I've got beans and peas, and then I've got my onions and root crops. To start, I'm just gonna go over the miscellaneous one. Corn. This is the variety that we're going to be growing. It's Golden Cross Bantam, and we've tried a couple varieties. This is just the sweetest and the best one that we've had luck with, so I got 2 of the large packets of these from Very Morse. This is also another variety that we've had really good luck with, but we're not going to be growing it just because I want to grow bulk corn and I don't want them to be cross-pollinating. So all of my herbs this year are going to be from Organo Republic, and I mentioned them before in a couple other videos, but they do like bulk herb packs, like variety packs, and these are from their tea and herb pack. So I have peppermint, lemon balm, marjoram, lemon mint, summer savory, catnip, echinacea, oregano, German chamomile, Thai basil, purple basil, Italian basil, dill, cilantro, and scallion onion. Some of my herb pile is flowers, and you'll notice that some of my flower pile has herbs. I determined which one went in what pile based on how I personally use them. So these flowers are in my herb pile because I use them for tea, as where some of the herbs in my flower pile I use more for decoration and cut flowers. Next up is my greens and my cold weather stuff. I eat a lot of greens. We like salads, we like lettuce on our sandwiches, we like kale chips, we like cabbage, we like broccoli and cauliflower and all the cold weather stuff. So I have a lot of these. I'm gonna kind of sort them into piles before I show you, that way I can keep track better. I've got 3 different varieties of kale. I've got 2 of these dwarf Siberian kale, blue curled Vates kale, and dinosaur kale. I really like this one for kale chips. They're really good, and they hold on to the seasoning really well because they're super bumpy. And then for leafy greens, I have a lot of lettuces and stuff like that. Let me show you. I have some endive. I have butter crunch lettuce. I have a thank you mix pack that I got from Botanical Interest for placing an order with them. I have round leaf spinach. I also have long-standing spinach. I have this romaine variety, and then I have a red romaine variety. And then I have this oak leaf, which is kind of like the endive. It's more curly. Next, I'm gonna go over my root crops, and I put onions in my root crops, and the varieties that I'm gonna be growing are, I have 2 packets of the Walla Walla, I have the red burgundy, and then I have the yellow sweet Spanish, and those are the onions I'm going to be growing this year, and I'm planning on growing all the seeds that are in every one of these packets. We like to grow as many onions as we can because, like garlic, we eat a lot of them. The next thing I have in my root crop pack is these turnips, and these are purple top white globe turnips. So my favorite beets to grow are the Detroit Red, so I have 2 packets of those, and then I have a packet of Ruby Queen heirloom ones, and these are also like a big, round, deep red. And last for my root crops is my carrots, and the one variety that I've had the best luck with that we're able to do long-term storage for, they do good canning and everything, is this variety. So I have 3 packs of these actually. This is a brand new pack. This is one we had left over from last year. And I have the same variety in this brand. I am only growing these ones because Baker Creek sent me these for free. If you order from them, they do send you a free pack of seeds just for ordering. Now I want to go over the fun varieties, which are going to be like the beans and peas, the different types of squashes, flowers, peppers, and tomatoes. So let's start with our beans and peas. For beans, I have the improved bush beans. I have a large pack of these from Very Morse. I really like these. We grow these every year. And more for what I use for canning and like our pickled dilly beans. I also have contender beans, which are great for the same thing. I just have this bigger pack of this variety because I prefer these. I've grown these more. this is just what we like. And then I have these pole beans, which I've never grown this specific variety or anything before. These are Scarlet Emperor. I just thought they looked absolutely beautiful on the Botanical Interest website, so I chose these ones to go up our trellis. I usually do a lot of peas, but last year the deer kind of decimated my peas, and I don't want that to happen again. And as much as I love peas, I'm just doing one little packet of peas this year, and these are just sugar pod peas. The kids also like to pop the peas out of them, so I figured I'd grow at least one packet, and hopefully the deer don't eat them this year. On to squash, pumpkins, cucumbers, and stuff like that. So I put these into different piles, and for squash, I'm doing a butternut squash variety, and then I am doing a yellow bush scallop squash. For pumpkins, I'm not doing very many pumpkins because we get a lot of vine borers and a lot of squash bugs. So I'm hoping that these will be kind of a trap crop to keep them away from everything else. If we get pumpkins, that's just a plus. So these are sugar pie, and if we get these, I will be canning them because I like to can pureed pumpkins. We have it for pumpkin pies and cookies and things like that. And then the Connecticut field pumpkins, which we like to carve. So again, if we do get them, it's a bonus. If not, they were a trap crop. I also have black diamond watermelon, and I have my loofah seeds that I've saved, so I'll probably grow about 2 of these just so we have more loofahs. And for summer squash, I have a yellow golden summer crookneck, and I have a dark green zucchini. Again, these will probably get eaten by vine borers and squash bugs. We have terrible squash bugs, and I haven't found anything that gets rid of them except for going out there and killing them. For cucumbers, I have Boston pickling. I have Market More. I really like these. These are a longer cucumber. These are good for like salads and stuff. And then I have Homemade Pickling, and these are from Park Seed Co. I really like them. If you watched my other seed video, I talked about companies that I order from, and this is another one that I highly recommend. Now for peppers. We pickle peppers, we use hot peppers in salsa and things like that. So I have hot cayenne peppers. I have a mild chili poblano pepper, and these I like to stuff and cook in the oven. I have hot jalapeno. I have a California Wonder sweet pepper. I have these Jamaican Scotch bonnet hot peppers. These are a lot like the lemon habanero that I grew a couple years ago, and I have not been able to find seeds that actually grow lemon habanero peppers again. So I'm hoping that these will be a good replacement for those because I still have a couple in the freezer and I only use them on special occasions. I have this lemon spice chili jalapeno pepper. I have some serrano hot peppers, and then I have a sweet bell pepper blend. So I saved the best 2 piles for last. I have tomatoes and flowers left, and I'm gonna go over the tomatoes. I'm gonna zoom you back in so you can get a better look at the tomatoes because like I said, another favorite. Again, I've split them up into piles. So this year, the only cherry tomato that I am growing from seed is these yellow patio choice. These are my absolute favorite cherry tomato. They're delicious. These are my favorite snack out in the garden. They grow wonderfully. They're disease resistant. Highly recommend. I have not grown them from Botanical Interest before. I think when I originally grew them, I grew them from Park Seed Company, but I ran out of seeds, so I purchased these this year. As for other cherry tomatoes, I do think that I am going to have a bunch of volunteer Sweet 100s, which is why I'm not growing any others from seed. Now these are my favorite varieties of paste tomato. So I have 2 different Romas. These are just regular Romas. And then I have the Supremo Bush variety. And then I have these Jersey Devils. And I think I actually like these better than my Roma tomatoes. They produce longer. They're a vining tomato. So with my Romas, I get kind of big clumps like you see here. I get a good bunch of them, and then that's kind of it for these. With these, they're a vining variety, so they keep growing, and I keep getting tomatoes from them all year until we get a frost. And for my bigger slicing pretty varieties, I have these Star variety. These are Star Rizzoli. I have Orange Accordion, Spear Tennessee Green, and I actually want to use these for fried green tomatoes and canning green tomatoes to make fried green tomatoes in the winter, hopefully. Then I have red beefsteak, Brandywine pink. This is an every year grow. This is one of our favorites. We absolutely love this. And the black seamen. So these actually did the best in my garden last year, even while pregnant and having a drought and not watering and all of that. These produced the most tomatoes that we got, and I was very impressed, so I will be growing them again. Last but not least, we have flowers. So to start, we have all of the zinnias that I saved. I did not purchase any zinnias this year. I will put up a picture of the zinnias, the flowers that I actually saved in the bags. You can see a couple of the colors. For petunias, I have these purple petunia seeds that I've saved for going on 3 years now. They are my favorite color. Let me show you the other petunias that I did order. So I ordered this variety pack from Botanical Interest just to get a little more color and variety in my petunias this year because, like I said, even though I save seeds from these purple ones, I like to have a little bit of pinks and reds and other colors in there. I want to say that these are pelleted seeds, so they will definitely be much easier to grow. Let me double check. Let me open it and check. Maybe they're not. Either way, I'm still going to grow them. But the pelleted ones are usually, oh, they're in another package in here. Okay, so these are pelleted, and I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can't see in there. But that just means that they have kind of a white melting coating on them because, again, as you saw in the ones that I saved, the seeds are incredibly tiny, which is why I save so many seeds of them, so that way I have a better chance at growing those. When they come pelleted, they're just easier to plant and easier to work with. Another flower that's easy to save seeds from, but is incredibly small, are Snapdragons. Not as small as petunias, but they are easy to save seeds from, so I do save quite a bit, just to have a better chance of growing them. And these are all white Snapdragon seeds. They actually came out of this specific packet, and I wanted some color this year, so I ordered these cherry twist Snapdragons from Baker Creek. I've also got California poppies. I've got these viola pansies, beautiful purple. I have this shade mix from Botanical Interest that I will be growing again this year. These came out beautiful. Oh, I actually do have a packet of zinnias. These are California Giant Mix. For sunflowers, I have these mammoth sunflowers. I grew these last year as well. They were absolutely beautiful. I do have 2 other varieties. So I have these Evening Sun and Vanilla Ice. And this is Alyssum. I grow this every year. I absolutely love it. It brings in beneficial insects, helps as kind of a living mulch. It keeps the ground covered, and that way I don't have to water as much. I use these and petunias to fill in hanging baskets and pots and planters. This is another one that, again, some people use as an herb. I use it more just as a cut flower and as decoration around my garden, and it is calendula. I called it calendula for like 5 years, and then somebody called it calendula in front of me, and I was extremely embarrassed. So, however you say it is fine. They are beautiful. I will continue to grow those. Marigolds. These are the white marigolds, and they're kind of the fluffy variety. I really like the ones that are fuller, the more globe marigolds. Every year I do grow African marigolds, but I ran out of seeds. I actually forgot to save seeds this year, so this is the variety we're gonna go with because I do have a lot of other orange colored flowers. I don't want to have too much orange. I want to keep a variety. I've got a dahlia mix. I've got nasturtiums. I also forgot to save seeds from my nasturtiums this year. I usually do, I think it's the Alaskan variety, and those are yellow and orange and really pretty, but I liked the deep color of these, and I don't have very many colors like this in the garden, so I'm gonna try these ones this year. One of my favorite flowers to grow is carnations, and I did have flowers saved for seeds, and they were pink and they were beautiful. Unfortunately, trying to save them, I only got 6 seeds. So I will grow these 6 seeds, but I had to order more. Alright guys, so I went over every seed and every variety that I am growing this year, and my next video will be our seed starting mix that we're going to be using. We are still waiting on our 6-packs to arrive. Those should be here middle of next week. I brought in the trays to put the 6-packs in, so I'm going to go wash those, and I will see you next video. I really like this one for dinosaur chips. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know how to say that. My favorite beets to grow are the Detroit Red, so that's what, okay, that's not what that is. Now I have to pick up and reorganize all these seeds. Maybe we just cut to the outro.